All right, boys, we at this point have officially seen it all when it comes to scalpers, when it comes to scammers, when it comes to everyone trying to take advantage of everyone when it comes to the PlayStation 5s. The desperation for a lot of people out there is really, really high, and this story is making its rounds around everywhere on news articles or Twitter and all that stuff, and now on this YouTube video. But oh my god, we just had a woman literally get arrested now for trying to go and fake sell consoles. We're going to dive into the story, but oh my god, what is happening to the world? How is it so hard to find a PlayStation 5, and why is everyone so bad? Oh god, but Jesus. So anyway, this is a very crazy story. I can't believe this has even existed. So before we dive on into it, we guys are having a fantastic weekend. If you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed for the notifications on for our ongoing PS5 giveaway, and also use the link tree links down below for bonus entries as well. Like the video if you guys want to, and please leave your comments down below so I don't feel like I'm crazy here by myself seeing this, because Jesus. We have the Amazon links down below for the new PS5 controllers and consoles in case you're restocks or whatever. Twitter and Twitch streams down below, and of course Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys can just withdraw it. You guys go get free stack, free money, and Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. So, guys, a woman literally got arrested, and this is the story, for selling water bottles disguised as a PlayStation 5. You heard me right. You heard this story right. There is literally a woman that is scheming this hard to try to make money. I'd put this towards scalping too. This is like scamming, scalping. I would put it towards this. Let's go dive on into this, because this is just one of the most tilting things I think I've seen and read and heard about in this past like month. This has been insane. So basically, start off over here from the game. We got the article and talk about this, where a woman was arrested for allegedly selling water disguised as a PlayStation 5. A woman in Japan has been accused of trying to pass off 2 bottles of water as a PlayStation 5. What on earth? Even the picture itself. A woman has been arrested for fraud, rightfully so, because this woman literally is selling water bottles. What is this? This is like when people were sending like bricks. If you guys remember at the very, very start of the PlayStation 5 restock, some regions like Japan, India, China, etc. are a little bit more behind on America, because Sony definitely went and focused a little bit more on, the American restock at the very start. So this is a big, like the equivalent of whenever people were basically getting bricks, getting like PS4s, getting empty container boxes. And this woman, instead of actually sending out consoles, she is now sending out customers 2 bottles of water instead of the PlayStation's 5s. How? Just when you thought the days of people trying to pass off everyday items as expensive consoles were behind us, along comes another one. According to the FNN, a woman in Japan has been arrested after she was accused of doing exactly that. The disgruntled customer claims she bought a PS5 from the arrested party, but when she opened the box upon its arrival, she found nothing but water. So first of all, like, imagine you're paying like hundreds of dollars for this console. And in Japan, I think they're definitely under 1 million consoles sold. They've actually been very, very low amounts of consoles sold. So it's very sought after and very rare. And Japan really hasn't had that many restocks, where most of the Japanese restocks are all based on like raffle systems, email alerts, and just being extremely, extremely lucky. And basically scalpers are also like very hardcore up in Japan too. Like there's a lot of scalping going on there. So this woman bought from a third-party seller and literally opened up the box. And like, I'd imagine at that point, like, a lot of us out there are still trying to get our consoles. It's been a very long time and a very long road. I would imagine I would be so upset, so disappointed, and I would just be also, of course, just very confused, because what is going on there? So you guys tell me what you guys would feel like if you literally saw this happen too. So basically, the customer paid $600 too, by the way, because the scalper price is a bit more above retailer, for her water. Sorry, her PS5. That's quite a bit more than the console retails for, as has become the standard when buying the sought-after next-gen console from scalpers. StockX recently revealed it had sold 130,000 consoles. We talked about that for a little bit ago, for inflated prices since the console launched back in November 2020. So basically, this woman, first of all, overpaid, which is just number one, that's awful to go and see. This is why I'm always very anti-scalper. I despise scalpers. In my entire channel, I will sit here for the next 2-3 months until everyone gets their consoles. So I always tell you guys to sub. I'll give out giveaways. I'll do whatever because I want you guys to get your consoles, because I don't want you guys to get scammed like this. And I also don't want you guys to go and have to pay extra money, because I know a lot of the times money is, well, hard, especially for the pandemic going on. So this like hurts me to see. So after opening up the box and discovering water instead of the PS5, the customer naturally tried to get in touch with the woman for which she bought it. Unsurprisingly, though, there was no way to get a hold of her. Police eventually had to literally go and track her down and arrest the PS5 scalper. And they, like, imagine, like, this is like the weirdest story I've seen so far, pretty much, of the PlayStation 5. Like, in a brick or whatever, sure, but water, like that's just insulting. The woman now faces fraud charges, rightfully so, thank God, because literally this is what should be happening to people that are literally scamming people out of $600. Granted, you can sometimes get your money back from eBay or Facebook or whatever, but then you have to involve the bank. Sometimes you actually literally have to file like police reports, and it literally is just a scamming. Like, this person who literally sent this stuff is in my mind, a scalper, but also a scammer at the same time. And I'm sure even the police agree if they're literally getting her on fraud charges. Like, she's literally arrested. When questioned, she claims she didn't know what was in the box. Likely story. Dude, like, this everything I'm seeing about this is tilting me so hard. Hopefully this is tilting you guys too. Yeah, very likely story that you didn't know that you accidentally sent 2 water bottles instead of a $600 console. Like, at this type of stuff, I'm always kind of curious if these like scalpers and people that are selling this stuff even have the consoles in the first place. Like, I'm genuinely curious on that. Like, I'm like, oh, she just like fake because she knows like the hype is there and she's just gonna go and put out consoles regardless. Like, this tilts me so bad. Ugh. When the PS5 first launched around the end of 2020, they were so hard to come by that the alternative products showing up instead became commonplace. Some of the items reported switched out for PS5s included cat food and an air fryer, which, once again, if this happened to me, I would be so upset. I think a major story I kept on seeing was like people kept on getting sent bricks. And also I saw a lot of big stories where people are getting sent the PlayStation 4s, which, I mean, in all fairness, that I'd rather open up a box and get a PlayStation 4 than 2 water bottles in terms of like insulting wise. But still, that's not what you're paying for, and you're wasting hundreds of dollars, even if that's like what you settle for, which you should never do that. Like, don't encourage these scammers and scalpers to do that. And that's also if you're lucky enough to even see your PS5 at all. In some cases, PS5s completely disappeared, something that prompted Amazon to fire literally one of its drivers, which I'm sure you guys actually heard about too, sometimes on USPS and a few other places. Like, there was literally people that were fake signing for consoles, and that was like a really big drama for like a month or so. And instead of like, so as they fake sign the consoles, they would just go and keep the console in the back of their car at the end of their shift. It's reported, I'm not sure, maybe someone else took it off the doorsteps, I don't know, and then they'd offload it into their car, and then guess what? They'd go and steal the PlayStation 5 or Xbox, or even sometimes GPUs too. Like, it is insanity in how bad and how scummy some of these people are that are trying to take advantage of people, like the scalper right here, or people out there that are just trying to go and just take advantage and literally steal something from someone. Like, this just disappoints me a lot. And of course, despite the unexpected item replacements happening less and less, which is also very good news too as well. I know sometimes people are worried about ordering stuff or having to sign for stuff or whatever at their doors. I just always want to remind you guys, it's not the end of the world. You guys will probably most likely get your consoles whenever they do show up. So don't worry about it too bad. But at least we thankfully happens to happen a lot less and less and less, but it still is happening, as you guys can even go and see evidently from this, where people are just like, this is awful. Like, this makes me so sad to see. But yeah, so thankfully also as well, we've kind of touched on this before too, that thankfully Jim Ryan is hopeful to increase production over the summer, which will hopefully mean the shortages will ease before the end of the year. We've reported that news too as well, so hopefully you guys don't have to go buy from scalpers ever. You guys don't have to go and get water bottles. Like, if anything, go and leave a comment on what you guys think would be like the most insulting random item to go and get if a scalper did this to you. But yeah, I think we are seeing really good signs. Like, a lot more people are getting their consoles. Scalping's kind of dying down, at least here in America. But as I mentioned, it's still very rampant in places like in Japan, in the UK, and some other regions that just don't have the stock yet, like in China. Like, I think even sometimes the Chinese consoles were selling over like $2,000 at the peak of it. So I'm just happy that at least in America, while we are still, a lot of us are waiting to get our consoles and receiving them, Thankfully, we don't have to worry about hopefully too many people stealing them in the future. And there's also even a lot of reports suggesting the tweak to the console's design, which is also covered too as well. If you're still waiting, hang tight and keep trying, which I agree on. Like, thankfully this is like a very it doesn't happen that often, but whenever it does happen, it just shocks me because it's just such a weird story. But definitely leave your thoughts down below. I do have to be honest, I do think this person deserves to be arrested. Maybe not, you know, for long-term charges, of course. It's kind of a little weird, but I mean, like, this is bad. Like, you just can't do this. You can't just lie and be like, oopsie daisy, I forgot about it. So I'm kind of happy that they are kind of taking some steps to deal with this. Now, I don't think she should deserve life in jail or anything like that. I mean, obviously. But, like, this is bad. I guess it is kind of nice that we are seeing people approach this and deal with this because this is a bad situation. So hopefully scalpers don't do this in the future to you guys. And that's why I always tell you guys just to go subscribe with the notifications on for this channel so we can actually get you guys one for retail and have to worry about scalpers. As well, we also are giving out the PS5, so make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well as use the link tree for the bonus entries if you guys want to, link down below. The Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys want to follow. The Amazon links down below for the PS5 controllers, PS5 pre-orders, PS5 warehouses, and all that good stuff. Always linked down below. And of course, as well, we do have the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys go get free stock and free money. You just instantly withdraw it. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. And just thank you guys all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, and definitely like the video if you guys made it this far. And I'll see you guys all later on throughout today for some more videos.